The Super Smash Bros. Series is truly one of Nintendo's most special series. You only get one release on every Nintendo home system, and just with the last iteration, there was a Super Smash Bros. Game for the first time on a dedicated handheld system. Ever since the announcement of Nintendo's new system, codenamed the NX, the speculation began for what the next installment of Super Smash Bros. Will be like. And after the Nintendo Switch release last year, fans were begging for Super Smash Bros. On the Switch at E3 and every single Nintendo Direct. So finally this year, Nintendo has unveiled and released Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. But does this game truly live up to its Ultimate title, or is it perhaps just another Super Smash Bros. Wii U in disguise? The content found within this game is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, there is an enormous roster of 74 fighters, all with unique animations and attacks, and almost every previous stage returns along with new additions, making the total stage count over 100. Besides that, there's still so much else that can be found in this game. There's really something for everyone. Of course, you can have traditional Smash battles with up to 8 players with your friends, but now there's other various ways that you can play the game as well. There's a tag team battle mode called Squad Strike where you and your opponent can each pick 3 or 5 characters and fight with a different character for each life. There's a mode where a group of friends can play Smash battles with every fighter on the roster called Smashdown, and you can even create your own local tournaments with up to 32 participants. There's also Classic mode where you need to beat a sequence of characters in order to make your way to a boss at the end. Each character on the roster has its own unique route, so it's a lot of fun to play through them all. One of the biggest changes to the content, however, is how the collectibles work. In previous Super Smash Bros. Games, collectible items were trophies of various characters and items from different games. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, trophies have been removed completely in favor of a new collectible known as Spirits. Spirits are basically images of a character's artwork, but they can provide different stat changes to the fighter that is using them. There are some very unique challenges that need to be done in order to unlock Spirits, and it's basically like another side game inside of the main game. Because of how Spirits only require the artwork of the character instead of having to create a unique model for them, there's a huge variety of them throughout the game, and with over 1,000 Spirits and having to train and level them up all the way, it will take players an extremely long time to get and train them all. Now even after all of this, there's still a massive adventure mode that can still be found in the game. This adventure mode, known as World of Light, is composed of hundreds of battles and paths in order to save the characters inside of the game. There have also been a few other things that have been scrapped from the previous Super Smash Bros. Games, such as Stage Builder and Home Run Contest, but I'm not as disappointed because Stage Builder and Home Run Contest were modes that I only played a few times anyway, so I'm not that upset with them being scrapped. With all this other content though, it is safe to say that the content level in this game is definitely ultimate. When Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U launched, it was the first Super Smash Bros. Game in high definition. The game was incredibly gorgeous with its vibrant colors and how the smallest details on the stages were fully rendered. With the Nintendo Switch's graphic performance being on par with the Wii U's with a max cap of 1080p at 60 FPS, I wasn't expecting the new Super Smash Bros. Game on the Switch to look much different than what we were already used to. But of course, the Super Smash Bros. Team continues to surprise me once again. Every character in this game looks better than before, and even the renders and models in this game are completely fresh. The backgrounds for all the stages have been updated and look way more beautiful. It's also another great iteration of the Super Smash Bros. Game in high definition. The gameplay inside of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is phenomenal. There are so many changes that have been made for the better for all players. First of all, numerous characters have had their movesets and attacks be tweaked. While a lot of these changes may seem small, it truly does make a lot of them feel like completely fresh, new characters. The gameplay experience overall is also faster than from Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U because characters are launched faster and deaths happen quicker. Many gameplay changes have also been made on a technical level that help competitive players. From no longer being able to roll multiple times in succession to having perfect shielding and directional air dodges, the physics in this game are totally new. Don't expect it to be like Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U at all. Many changes have been made to the rules, from being able to charge a final smash with the meter, to having stage morphs that happen mid-game. The best part, however, is that there's really something for every type of player inside of this game. There's smash battles and even a robust training mode for those who want to master their favorite characters. There's over 1,000 unique spirits to acquire for all the collectors and completionists, and there's a massive single player adventure mode for those who just want to have a fun time alone. Speaking of the adventure mode, there are a lot of gameplay changes to it if you remember the adventure mode from Super Smash Bros. Brawl known as the Subspace Emissary. The first thing is that each level in the mode is composed of a smash battle where the opponent will have different attributes to put themselves at an advantage. While many people consider just having fights as all the levels in the adventure mode to be very boring and tedious, I actually enjoyed it a lot. Every battle was fresh and it actually makes a lot of sense. Super Smash Bros. Is a fighting game, so wouldn't it make sense to have every level in the adventure mode be a fight? That's why I didn't feel like that the way that the levels were set up in the Subspace Emissary made a lot of sense. They were side-scrolling platforming levels inside of a fighting game. It's like how you always have to battle each trainer that you meet inside of a Pokemon game. If they change having to battle each trainer to having a race with their Pokemon or something else, it just wouldn't make any sense. Same reason as to why it makes so much sense to fight in each level than having it be a platformer. As for the story, Mr. Sakurai did explain that there really isn't much of a story inside of World of Light. In fact, it's just the simple idea of having an almighty villain Galeem wiping out every character with light, turning them into spirits, and then having Kirby rescue them all. I do wish, however, that there was more of a story to where Galeem originated from and why he plans to do what he does, but sadly there isn't. I would have loved having CG animated cutscenes after events like in Subspace Emissary, but with Sakurai explaining how he no longer wished to take the effort to make cool cutscenes because they would just be leaked online, I can understand, as that absolutely happened with this game too. Granted, there are a few cutscenes within World of Light, and it is amazing to see them in glorious high definition, but the total amount of cutscenes is significantly lower than the number that was in Subspace Emissary. I still think that they could have taken the Fire Emblem approach to have a story though, where it's just stills of the characters with dialogue instead of CG cutscenes, as that would have worked perfectly fine as well, and could have added some more depth into the mode. The worst part of the gameplay experience would have to be with the online. I can understand not having the smoothest connection for every match possible, as that depends on the opponent's internet. It's the infrastructure of how the online is set up that makes it very poor. Instead of having a for fun or for glory option like the previous game, there's something else that's called preferred rules. Here you can select the playstyle that you wish for your battles to be. The problem is that it's possible for the matchmaking system to give you battles that are nowhere near what you selected you want, and you will be forced to play in that style. I selected wanting a 1v1 with no items on a Final Destination stage and had to play 6 matches with 4 players with all items on, all stage hazards, despite of what I chose that I wanted. At least before I could choose the 1v1 option and be guaranteed a battle that's one-on-one, you could no longer create your own tournaments online either, and the spectator mode has also taken a step back. Now you simply just watch other people play and can no longer bet your in-game gold for which player you think is going to win, and there's also an Elite Smash mode where you can play once the game considers you to a player of high skill. The problem with this, however, is that you are only allowed to play the characters that you have a high ranking with that got you to Elite Smash, so you would technically have to master every character in order to have the opportunity to use every character in Elite Smash Online. The online also still uses the global Smash Power ranking system instead of a proper one, so there's still no way to definitively tell where you rank online and who the best player online is. I really wish that there was a top 100 or top 500 rank to see the best players, or even have it filtered by character to see like who's the best Mario player, for example, but Global Smash Power is basically a ranking system where your score shows how many people you outnumber, so the higher it is the better it is, and it changes if you overtake someone's position or if there's more or less total players. Global Smash Power would be a totally fine system though if it just showed how many total players there are. That way, if you had the highest number of total players as your Global Smash Power, you would know that your rank is number 1 and so on. The one cool online feature are the battle arenas. This is basically a private or public room that can be created, and you can have matches in whatever style you prefer. You can give the code out to people that you want to join, or join other people's arenas. You can then choose to fight, wait in line, or just spectate other people's battles that are happening. The gameplay in here is just so rich and fun, and it hurts me to see the online take a major step back. There's really 2 solutions that I have to fix this. One is to just have a major update that takes care of the entire online infrastructure, but if this is out of the realm of possibility, then I think that the only thing that they could do is to make sure that you are only matched with someone who has the same or very similar preferred rules to what you choose. Personally, I don't have a problem with waiting 6 to 8 minutes for a match if I'm guaranteed that it'll be the rules that I chose, instead of getting into a match in seconds but having the rules be the complete opposite. The Super Smash Bros. Series is known for having such an abundance of music. With the best tracks from so many games, it's great to have a collection of all of them inside of one game. With over 900 compositions, the music in this game is truly compiled of some of the best arrangements from various games. Not to mention that the music team did an exceptionally well job at creating the new original remixes for many of these songs too. One of the best parts about the Super Smash Bros. Games is the wide range of controller options that you have, and that's no different in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. From the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons to the Pro Controller or even a GameCube controller, you can choose to play the game in whatever control style you prefer. Not to mention that even if you don't like the button layout for any of these control schemes, you have the freedom to change it to what any of the buttons do to suit your playstyle. All in all, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is an incredible game on the Nintendo Switch, a gorgeous, completely new type of Super Smash Bros. Experience with over 70 characters, and not to mention more coming with DLC and over 100 stages. This game is packed. there's something for everyone to do even if you aren't a die-hard fighting game fan. Smash battles, over 70 classic mode routes, 1000 spirits to collect, and a gigantic single player adventure mode. This is truly the ultimate Super Smash Bros. Games. There's just so much to do, and it will easily last its lifespan with the Nintendo Switch until the next system, and it makes me wonder what Mr. Sakurai and the team will do in order to top this masterpiece. And so there you go guys, that is my review for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of the game. What are some things that you like about it? What are some things that you don't like? What would you rate the game? Definitely be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Smash Bros content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. We've got a bunch of nice people there who are always talking about Smash Bros and Pokemon, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.